And your thoughts on the performance and game overall?
Well, I think we're all just getting our heart rate back down to normal. Players, fans, staff all included. And listen, it's what people come and pay money to watch football for, and nights like tonight, 2-1 down with a good 45, 50 minutes to go. It don't look good. Everyone looking, 10 men against a strong team. It just sort of caught us off guard, and whether the goal was offside or not, I don't know. They scored it. And to go and equalise and everyone maintaining that shift, we rode a storm after they scored, which I thought was important. And obviously made the change with Tim come on, give us a little bit more structure in the centre of the pitch. And whatever you do and try and do tactically, you're playing against a man more of a good team. So, you're hoping all the boys give 100% and a little bit more, which is tough to do, when you're tired and you're working really hard. And after the equaliser, it was amazing really, because on the bench you had a sense of, okay, let's go and win it, as opposed to like a relief that we've equalised. You just saw the celebrations from the bench and from the supporters and from the players, and it's a real belief at the minute that if we're drawing, we will go and win the game, whilst knowing that you don't go and lose the game. So I think for the moment between the equaliser and the third goal, I was really pleased with our defensive shape. And I was shouting a lot of stuff about, just making sure that the fullbacks weren't too narrow and at the same time and not too wide, just stopping gaps in between the centre halves. And I thought they managed it brilliantly out there on their own. And then the attacking play you saw towards the end, where a lot of the lads are, shattered. It was really exciting. No one would have guessed that we had 10 men in that last 20 minutes to go.
They started pretty well. They seemed to be harrying your side as well to start with, and it took a while to get the game to open up.
Yeah, listen, they've got some good, massive club like us. They've got some good players. They've got an experienced manager and coaching staff. They're ticking a lot of boxes at a football club. But they're coming to a team at the minute that's going in the right direction. That's top of the league for a reason. So, whether we had 10 men or 11 men, it's we showed the qualities that you need to be up the top. Hopefully in 30 odd games time, I'm saying it's the qualities we showed that won us the league. But that's miles away at the moment. But to go up, you do need that resilience. And I think what was pleasing today with the balance of old school resilience, putting your bodies on the line, and which gets supporters off their feet, and skill and an absolute worldie of a goal from Jeff, which also gets supporters off their feet.
How pleased are you with Jack Clark as well, getting into the right areas as well, and for his first goal of the season?
Yeah, I'm buzzing with him. Personally, he's gone through hell, through no fault of his own with his hamstring. Such a nice kid, so keen to learn. Not only was he playing well, he gets his goal, and I think, like I said the other week, if he can add goals to his game, got another player on our hands, So I'm really pleased for him. I think he was a bit emotional at the end, seeing the supporters clap and knowing he scored. And it means so much when those supporters turn out and cheer us on like they did. And it's a big reason why we got the 3 points.
And Joe Quigley's writing stories for himself as well, 2-2 now.
Yeah, White Pele. I'm hearing that's everyone singing. But listen, even if he doesn't score tonight, his work rate and effort for the team is fantastic. He really was up against 3 good centre halves and threw him about for most of the game within reason. And really gave him a tough time. And when he go down to 10 men, he's now doing probably another man's job up there, because everyone drops back a yard to defend. So, a lot of credit to him. He had a bit of a tough time last year, and he come in. And like I said last week, no one deserves it more, the sort of accolades he's getting now, because he's such a lovely boy.
What are your thoughts on the sending off?
I just said to Phil up there that we haven't watched anything back yet. All I know is that I'm pretty sure the fourth official advised it being a red. I didn't know that was a rule. I think last year we asked a question with the previous manager, and we were sort of told that the fourth official couldn't make major decisions. That's something for us as a club to ask and find out. Not in a getting after people way, but just so we know the rules going forward, because there's a lot of decisions today advised to the referee, which previously he wouldn't have given. So it's an interesting one.
Is it one you could possibly put an appeal in for?
I think so. I think everyone watches things back over and over again, especially as staff at football clubs. And I think that if we do watch it back and there was an appeal there, of course, we would be silly not to.
Jeff King, the superlatives about his goals are just going up and up. That was an absolute beauty tonight.
It was fantastic, and what's good with Jeff is that he's so enthusiastic, and he takes on anything you shout on at him from the bench. Sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's giving him a bit of a kick up the backside, sometimes it's a real pat on the back. He just gets on with it, and his enthusiasm, I think, apart from the attacking play he gives us, I think is what warms him to everyone, fans, staff and players alike. When it leaves his foot, it does look like it's going over the bar, then it just dips, and that's his weaker foot. So great goal to win an absolutely enthralling game of football.
And Lucas Coverland's save in the 93rd minute as well.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we play out quickly when Ollie Banks gets sent off, and that's something that Gav said at half time. We've just got to manage the game in those periods. And then during the second half, I thought it was Dominic comfort crosses, really relieved the pressure near the end from corners, and made great save from close range twice from the lad Hyde. So, yeah, like all of them, he's going to be a big player for us this year.
Obviously, you don't want games like this every week, do you? Breathless and whatnot. I mean, you've got to go again on Saturday at Yeovil, haven't you?
Yeah, tough one. And no matter where teams are in the league, we know that we're now a scout because we're top of the league. Even if we weren't, we're still a very big club for this league. So Yeovil won't be easy. Long trip down there. Hopefully, we take a good few hundred fans down there to get behind us as well, and we come back with a win.
Over 6,000 here tonight as well. It was a cracking atmosphere.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think obviously with the weekend sad events and that, it was great that everyone came out. I thought the minute silence was observed impeccably by everyone, and so it should be. And I think it just set the tone for the game with the emotion of everything that's gone on. Supporters, as always, were fantastic, and it's nice sometimes in hindsight for them to have games like that to go down the pub now and talk about, not just a little scrappy 1-0, which we're going to have a few of this year hopefully, which gets us over the line, but to have those games like that where there's not enough words to explain what the emotions people went through, it's great for everyone.
How's Kabongo Shimanga? Is he back in training and ready to go yet?
I think he's had a few days with the physio. I won't go into it, but certain things didn't materialise for the lad during the transfer window. He's been back in the building, getting a bit of love and attention, and hopefully, probably Wednesday or Thursday, we'll have him back in the group.